Many times, bigger project or transformation project, we don't take care of the change management. AI is coming, but with AI, the cyber security risk have increased. Data centers, as you know, now the new laws are coming. DPDP has already been introduced.
Hello everyone, you're watching the mainstream and today we are joined by Mr. Amit Nandwana. Firstly, Amit, thank you so much for agreeing to do this with us and joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, let me take a moment to share a few things about Amit. To begin with, he is a seasoned technology leader with more than 2 decades of experience. He brings about 25 years of experience driving large-scale enterprise transformation and as a CTO, as a Chief Technology Officer at Banswara Syntex Ltd with prior leadership stints at Aditya Birla Group, Tata Consultancy Services. Amit has also consistently positioned IT not just as an enabler, but also as a core driver of business performance, spanning supply chain, working capital, as well as operational excellence. I am more than thrilled to lead this conversation with him and also gain some amazing insights. So without any further ado, let's begin. Firstly, Amit, like rightly said so, with more than 25 years of experience in this ecosystem, can you tell us a little bit about your journey right from enterprise leadership to where you stand today? What were some of the defining moments and today what is it like, being a CTO?
Yeah, thank you for having me here. I have done my MBA from Nagpur University and then I started my journey. In 2004, I joined TCS and my first client was Philips. So I directly went to Netherlands and there I have seen, that how they are using the automations. They are doing the real-time integrations and I have seen how it is impacting the business. Because of all the automations, real-time data, they are able to take the better decisions. For example, I remember in 2007 we had CRM system in Philips. So there, the WMS, that is warehouse management, it gives the stock. The stock is then positions to CRM, and from CRM we receive the sales and we dispatch the material. So that was long back. They were doing it. So I was feeling very, proud as a part of it, and at the same time I'm feeling that when this all things will come in India. And so I've seen, then I have joined Aditya Birla. Aditya Birla was quite good and lot of things were there. We have tried to automate it. So my mantra for automation is very simple. First of all, observe the processes. Like for example, if we are coming in the office, we see whether the visitors are getting registered or not. Or if, for example, the in the manufacturing space, the security guard is going, whether somebody is watching what he is doing and what path he is taking, and what he is doing basically. Security guard, most of the time, they themselves don't know what they are supposed to do, they just go and take around. So these kind of things, what I believe that first of all, observe the processes, try to see whether they are registered or not. If they are registered, okay. If they are manual also, try to register it, try to make document of it. After the documentation, try to automate it. Once the processes are automated, then it start generating data, and these data, then you can see that you can make reports and dashboard, and then later on you can see that, yeah, these things are helping us. Now, for example, when I was in Indonesia with Aditya Birla only, so we have given, a tab to the security guards. So they were, whatever they are seeing, they are registering in the tab. And, later on we find out that from where some animals comes inside, or where is the prone area where somebody, unwanted people can come inside. And where the workers are, at night shift, many times we have seen that the workers are out. They are not at their job location, they are out. So they were registering it. Previously, they were telling it, nobody is seeing, they are writing in the register, nobody was seeing it. Now they are putting it in the tab. The next day, the reports are getting generated, and the supervisors, they are taking care of it. So we have seen that the productivity has increased a lot. So this is my short summarization of what I have learned in the last 25 years.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Amit, for sharing your journey with us today. And rightly, like you pointed out, you have consistently also focused on areas like supply chain and working capital with organizations like Aditya Birla Group. And where do you believe today technology creates the most relevant impact We are talking about tangible impact as well. And where do you think it is kind of overestimated? Do you think technology today is, overestimated, whether it is AI, automation that we're talking about, the whole digital transformation? What is your take as a CTO today?
Right. See, there are two things. First of all, supply chain. So supply chain is where, the efficiency of business grows.
Right.
And the cost controlation is more of a working capital thing. When we talk of working capital, we are talking about costing and controls and these kind of things. When we are talking about supply chain, we are talking about efficiencies, movement of goods, all these kind of things. Now, I will give you one example. The war is going on at Iran, right? Iran and US, Israel. So what is happening now? The cost of fuel is increasing. So how it is impacting us? We just have to analyze, because what I feel that now the CTO or CIO, they are more of operational people. They are less of a technical person. So now if you see, because of this, the price of petrol and LPG, these things are getting affected, right? And they are getting dearer.
Correct.
Because of that, what is happening? The commodity things are getting costlier, right? Like for example, if I see from my point of view, because in Banswara we make yarn with dhaga, that thread, then we make fabric, and then we make garment. And garment are made for the brands, right? So we are seeing that the cost of yarn is increasing, but there is very less effect in the fabric, and there is as of now no effect in the garment. So for a consumer, how it can shape out that when you go to the brand, you will not see any change in the costing. You will say, yeah, whatever I was getting in February, because February 28th the war has started, right?
Right.
So whatever the price I was getting on 1st of March, the same price I'm getting. But you have to realize one thing, that the commodity or the raw material prices have increased. So in the next session, you will see that the price of final goods will increase, right? So in the same way now, what is happening that we cannot increase the price at the higher level, but we can increase the price at the lower level. But when you increase the price, the customers are less, because customers again, they will see that who is still supplying on the lesser price. So that's why the supply chain is very, very much important. You should always see that in the supply chain, what is the effect happening because of the current situation, and how you can take care of it, how you can, subside the effect, and you can get the best material at best price. Because as I told you, the end product is not getting affected. It is still selling at the same price. So your margin is getting crunched, right? So these kind of things should come at a CTO person or for a CIO. It's very important. They should gather the data, more gathering the data, just try to find out that how can you help the business in achieving their target, in achieving their objective, and in reducing the price. Second thing is working capital. It's very important, because as I told you, price is increasing. So again, working capital impact is more. So you have to see that can your stock can be limited, or don't order the stock which is not immediately required. You can wait for some time.
Right.
So these kind of things are very important. But at the same time, I have seen that we overestimate things. We overestimate and we stock more, because you can see that the price of gold is decreasing. But many times people may think that no, price of gold may increase and they stock more. So don't stock more. Have the optimization. See the data. See what the history has said us, and try to play your game in that scenario.
Absolutely. And today, many organizations, I believe, they invest heavily in, a lot of technologies, ERP and transformation programs as well. But from all the conversations that even I've been hearing from a lot of CIOs, CTOs, organizations today, they struggle with outcomes. What do you think today separates transformation that kind of delivers the real value from transformation and, not just looking good on papers? What is your take on this?
You are right, because many times, transformation, we overcalculate. Many times it happens because we have to, as a IT people, we have to show our ROI, we have to show the TCO of the project. So to prove that the project is very efficiently managed and, it is helping a business a lot, we, sometimes we overestimate our ROI, I should say. And so that should not happen, because in many times, bigger project or transformation project, we don't take care of the change management, which is very important. All the project success or failure depends on the change management. So we don't take care of change management. We don't take care in our ROI or TCO. We don't calculate the training efforts which is required, and we don't buy, because whenever we start a project, we go to the function head, we buy hours from them. Like your team should devote this much hour for us, right? But we don't calculate the training hours or the time the change management will take place
Right.
with them. So, the very good thing is when I was in Netherlands in Philips, so they were taking care of all these things. When the project is complete, they say that, okay, 20 hours I need for training and change management purpose. But in India, it is lacking. And because of that, most of the project fails. And, yeah, and this is not a very hidden thing. People know that, but still we don't do. And why we don't do? Because we think that, my seniors or the chairman or MD will say that you don't know or this is not required. But when we try to educate them, they understand. In my last 25 years, whenever I have tried to talk with management on change management or training aspects, they reluctantly agreed. We did the training and the project went successful. And because of, these things, the users are with you. When you invest with them, they also invest in you.
Absolutely. That is how we have, that's the change, that's the most common thing we have been observing in a lot of enterprises today. And we're also seeing a shift where critical tech infrastructure, be it cloud, be it data centers, or even your enterprise systems, it's kind of increasingly becoming a target for disruption, not just as a business element. Any thing that CTOs today should prioritize on or rethink their resilience strategy. Now that we've been hearing about a lot of, the threat landscape is also getting complex day by day. Anything that a CTO should rethink today, build up that kind of environment.
Right. See, disruption is what we always say that disruption is important. It is a must kind of thing. But
Right.
disruption in your business processes is not good. It doesn't mean that your supply chain stops because you are doing some change, right? That should not happen. Everybody is talking about nowadays AI and machine learning, IoT, Industry 4.0. They are very much important. And what I feel that in the coming future, the mixture of all these things will take place. And your stack, you have to take care of IoT also, AI also, at some point ERP also, automations also, RPA also, we have to do it. But at the same time, we have to see it should not disrupt our business processes. It should disrupt our thinking. It should disrupt our way of working, which is very important. Like, for example, you might have seen it, many people have seen it, that nowadays people don't write mail. They go to Microsoft Copilot or they go to Gemini and they do that. One way it is good that it is helping you, but the other way, everybody knows that what you are writing. And people know that this is not your words, right? And we are not able to convey what we want to. So I always tell people that use the technology for you. Technology should not use you.
Of course.
So these kind of things are there. Disruptions are really good, but it should be controlled. You should know that what will be my final result and how these disruption can be controlled. So these things are very important. And then I think that future is, as I told you, future is data, dashboard, and analytics plus RPA and these RPA, AI, IoT, these kind of things which will help to reduce our manual processes. And the system will generate the data. System will suggest us what need to be done, but always the human intelligence should be there. We should see what system is saying, whether it is right or not, and whether it is proving benefit for my system or not, my business or not. These things are very important.
Absolutely. And I think along those lines, because you spoke about AI, rightly said, so that today a lot of things that are managed at micro level, like something as simple as typing out an email or, curating a brief or anything for that matter, updating a sheet, we take help from a lot of AI agents. It is rapidly moving from experimentation to core operations. But the real business world today, Amit, if I may ask you, where are you seeing the real impact? Where are you seeing, AI being at the utmost level when we talk about leveraging technology today? It could be decision making or it could be supply chain, or is it truly beyond the hype?
See, this is a very good question. We have seen, everybody has seen the Oracle news where they have fired few people. So AI is unfortunately taking the position of people. It is replacing people. And many places we have seen that the manual entries where the people were doing, now AI is doing, right? And it is very efficient. At the same time, it is zero error and it works at night. So no business disruption. And secondly, my system resources are also being saved because if a person is working, my system resources are going there, right? He's consuming electricity, he's consuming the data. I have given him some laptops or desktops, something like that. AI doesn't need these things. So you are right that AI is future, that we all know. But at the same time, what I even discuss with a lot of CIOs, CTOs, and they are saying that I have taken AI, AI is doing my this work, so these many people are not required now, you know. So I think that should not be there. We should use it positively, not negatively. And as we have already discussed the training part, if we are replacing AI with some man, so that man should be trained for some other work. Okay, that is there. The second part is there is hype on AI because I have seen that many, you know, for example, people are developing the websites with AI. Okay, but when AI develops the website, it's really good, look very nice, but it is very prone to being attacked by virus or malware. Yeah, so these are the negative part also of AI. So I can say that it's really hyped, and but at the same time, that is a today's ask, and we cannot, you know, we cannot say no to AI. We have to invite it, we have to adopt it, but we have to see where and how.
So, to sum it up, would it be safe to say that while technologies and innovations like AI are coming around, the onus is still on humans to kind of be the co pilot there and to
Right.
lead the business?
Yeah, so that should be your buddy, you know, it should suggest you. It should not take decision from your end.
Right.
You know, because one bad decision, you know, can be very bad for business, and it can wash up all the nice work you have done.
Absolutely. And, looking ahead, Amit, what do you think will define the next generation of CXOs, perhaps the next generation of CTOs? Do you think it is going to be solely based on operational excellence, or is it going to be very AI-led intelligence? Because we have been hearing a lot about
Right.
layoffs that are happening, AI agents being replaced. So, is it going to be the ability to navigate uncertainty at scale for a lot of leaders? What is the future looking like to you?
Yeah, this is, you know, now there are two, three things. First of all, as I told you, that CIO, CTO should be operational man. You know,
Correct.
if I talk about my fraternity of IT, we have to learn business, and we have to sit in the business decisions, in the board meetings, and we have to give our inputs to them, you know. And the second thing is, like, for example, as we have discussed, supply chain, working capital, these all things we have to understand, and we have to give our inputs to the business. We should not see ourselves as cost center. We should see ourselves as a profit center, and we should add in the business value. That is only one way where we prove that we are required. That is the first thing. Second thing is AI is coming, but with AI, the cyber security risk have increased. You know, data centers, as you know, now the new laws are coming. DPDP has already been introduced, where the data center should be in India. The data should not go out. You know, if you see 4 years war has is there with Ukraine and Russia, but it's Russia is surviving. Why? Because they have moved all the data center and all the application within Russia. So same thing China has done. So they are not dependent on anyone. So now the time has come that we have to see all these things. You know, what is happening around us. Should we move the data inside India? Should we see that how the operation things can be more in IT fraternity blood? The third part is where to use AI, how to use AI, how much exposure we should give to AI or automations. These all things are questions, and we all know the answers. You know, and I have also given in my short review, I have also given you some answers. If anybody want to have anything, he can contact me.
Absolutely. I think the future, while it may look unpredictable, I think, like you
It is mixed of both. You know, it is mixed of operation as well as AI.
AI, correct. And I think
Yes.
that's the way to go about it. But nevertheless, thank you so much, Amit, for this wonderful conversation. And thank you so much for bringing your insights as well, sharing your insights with us today. I'm sure our
Thank you.
audience has a lot to take away from this episode. So while we wrap up, I most certainly look forward to connect with you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Simran.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.